We're up
All
to
right,
July.
thank you.
Okay.
4th of July, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Yeah.
B2.
Yeah, I see where we're holding.
We're on the top right side. Rava concedes. That's where we are, I think.
Oh. Okay. Very good.
Finished talking about the plow or donkey.
Yeah. Right. So now we're trying to answer for Rava. Oh, Rava's answering himself for himself. El Amar Rava. Okay, so El Amar Rava. Let's see what Rava says over here. We'll see what Rava says, and then we'll try to explain it. And in the course of doing that, we'll chazer over all the steps that we need to chazer over in order to understand what it is that Rava is saying over here. But first, let's just take a look at what Rava is saying over here. Ela Amar Rava. This is going to wrap up this this section over here. What the Gemora is saying here now. So, Alan, you want to read?
Yeah. So Rava concedes, right? No.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Rava concedes that Rabbi interpreted the Mishnah differently. However, Rava cites a brisa which supports his interpretation. Anyway, Omar Rava, rather Rava said, Ki Rabbi Oshiraza Nokit Laborsi. When I die, Shaya will come out to greet me. The Torah see Masha seen or say because I interpreted our Mishnah in accordance with him. For example, with the brisa that he taught. Desane Rabbi Shaya, Rabbi Shaya taught the following brisa. Jose Uma Hil S. Noah, if one robs something and feeds it to his children, Turin, Mala, Shalam, they are not liable to pay the owner for it. If he left it before them as an inheritance, as long as the stolen property is extant, they're liable to return it to the owner. law mace, but once the stolen property is no longer extant, they are not liable to pay him compensation. If, however, if the father left them real property in the state, we shall lame, they are liable to pay for the stolen article from this real property.
Even if it's not claims, they'll have to pay for it. Right. So what's Rub accomplishing over here? He's like the article said, he's conceding. What exactly is he conceding? He's conceding that the Mishnah, on the face of it, doesn't agree with him. Meaning that which part of the Mishnah doesn't agree to him? The part of the Mishnah that says that if the father stole the item and then he passed away and he left this and the sons inherited the gezel. So now the Mishnah says that even if the stolen property that the sons inherited is extant, then they still do not have to give it back to the nigzal. They do not have to return it. They did not steal it, and we have a case of Yeush and Shinei Rishus, which is Kona in the hands of the sons. And that's based upon the fact that it would seem that the Mishnah holds that Rishus Yorish is Rishus Lokeach. So just like a Lokeach, if someone would have bought the stolen item from the father, that would have been a Shinu Rishus together with Yeush, because we're saying that the Mishnah is talking about the owner despaired, he was Miyash from getting it. So that would so then the back, even if it was determined that that was the item that was stolen by his seller, because he got Yesh and Shin Rishus. But the Mishnah holds that the same would hold true for the sons that inherited it, because the sons are regarded, the use of the sons as the inheritors is regarded with the same status as the rishus of the lokeach, the purchaser. It's regarded as the shin rishus, and therefore they don't have to return it, and that's why the Mishnah says b'torim l'shalom. But Rava held not like that. Rava held that rishus yorish is la rishus lokeach dummy, and that true that if someone purchased it from the Goslin father, then he would be able to keep it even if it was an extent. He wouldn't have to give it back to the nigzal. But Rebbe holds that the sons would have to give it back if it's extent, because you don't have shin rishus. It's not called the shin rishus like a lokeach when the sons inherit it and they got to give it back, even though the nigzal was miyash. and so the Mishnah, the way Rabbeinu Kodesh recorded the Mishnah, it doesn't. It's not like Rava. But what Rava is saying over here is that he's got somebody to rely on. Rav Oshia's Brisa will reflect the view that Rava holds, and that's what it says in the Brisa of Rav Oshia. That if the father left it as an inheritance, he passed away after having gazled it. So the Brisa, Rav Oshia says that if the Gezel is Kayemis, so then the sons would be chayav to give it back to the Nigzal. Only in the case that it was not Kayemis, then they would be only like that they would be putter. So that's the main point that comes out from the sugya. And do we have any Rashi?
Yeah, it starts with Omer Rabbi, Omer Rava. Rava says, "Kashichni Rabbi." When like when I'm going to die, Rabbi Yoshia Nafik Levatai. That would be Rav Oshia would come meet me, and then it says Yotza Likrati. He will go out to meet me, to meet. Then it says the Matzreine the Mishnah Kavate, because I interpreted, explained the Mishnah according to him. Okay, now here's a long Rashi on this about Ba'achriyot Mamash, with real items, with property that really exists. And also there are real items, and the object, the theft item, doesn't exist. The chesari michsare, and this is missing some words in its explanation. The lo moki lo, and he does not agree to him. Bidava hamasuyam, on the thing that ends it. Ubegazela, with the Karabi. He doesn't, so he's not agreeing with the Torah exists, only when the Torah doesn't exist. The Kavan, the Ashkan, because we find here, Mitatzrini explains lo mitachnisin kebraisa, that he doesn't learn like the Brisa, the lo chayshinen, he's not concerned me to the one, the Mishnah that it's taught in the Mishnah, Rebbe that he taught Rebbe Reb Shimon, that Rebbe taught to Reb Shimon. There was another part where he said that Rebbe said taught something to Reb Shimon. Berei the Brisa, according to the Brisa, Kayemet, that exists kavat like you. Those are all in brackets, those parts, whether they're included or not. We have all these footnotes in the Mizorah Shas and in the Bach.
Oh, I see. Right. In other words, the way that Rebbe said over to Reb Shimon Gray, he said that the Mishnah is not talking about Davish Yesh Boach Reis Mamish. Even a para, a chorishbo, more of a chamer achor. Ayam lahaksim itnei kfod avian. Not the way that Rav wanted to explain, which was along the lines of the Brisa of Rav Oshia. Okay. Okay, there you have it. Good. Okay, so now we go weiter. Omar. We call upon who's here to read the Gemora. Lou, you want to read the Gemora?
Okay. Amar, Master said, Ein hagazela kayemis, Turin. If the stolen article is no longer extant, they are not liable. They being the children, I think.
Right.
Name up Teheve Tiyufta Rav Chisda. Let us say that this is a refutation to Rav Chisda. Amar lach Rav Chisda. Rav Chisda would say to you, he Tanya he. When that was taught in the Brisa, la'achar geush. It's after despair, after the owner gave up hope for recovering the object.
Right, and then Rav Chisda would agree that the sons do not have to give it back, like it says in the Brisa. It's no longer in existence. Okay, we got some Rashis.
Yeah, I'm not sure which, if it went earlier or later, these Rashis. The Gezela Kayamet, the Gezela does exist. Shalo Achlu, Achrei Moto, because it wasn't consumed after he died. The Tivan Hagaz Nigzal, and the one who got stolen from, the victim made a claim against it.
Right, that's the Brisa of Rav Oshia.
Of Rav Oshia, right. And then what was the next thing? And then it says Chayav, and he will be Chayav.
The sons will be Chayav in that case.
The Reshut Yoresh, because it would be in the domain of the inheritor, Lav Karishot Lokeach Dami. And because the Reshut of the inheritor is not like the Reshut of the purchaser, similar. But the Yeush, and since there's but the Yeush, there are Kadei Lo Kanei. It's like he didn't acquire it. Kadei Lo Kanei. It's not acquired.
Kadei over here means by itself. So all we have over here is in favor of the sons being able to not have to give it back. Is the fact that the Nigzal despaired. He was Yayish. But Rashi explains that that's not Yesh Kedi. Yesh alone, Lo Kani, will not make a kinyan in the hands of the Bonim. They need to have a Shin Rishus. You have to have two elements, Shin Rishus and Yesh, in order for the Bonim to be Kona over here. And so since, according to the Brisa holds, Brisa Roshia holds that the Rishus Yorish is Lav Rishus Lokei Dami. What that means is that when the son's yarshin it from the father, that's not regarded as the same thing as if the father sold it to a purchaser for money. If the father sold it to the purchaser for money, that is regarded as a Shin Rishus, and that together with Yeush would result in a kinyan in the hand of the Lokeach. But over here, the sons merely inherited it. It's not regarded as a Shin Rishus. So therefore, Rashi says, Yeush alone, without a Shin Rishus, will not be a kinyan in the hands of the Banim. And therefore, if the item is still in existence, they got to give it back.
But how can the sons acquire it if it's sold to somebody else?
No. But what we mean to say is that we're sorry, I wasn't clear. We're talking about two different cases. We're comparing two different cases. The first case will be if the father would have sold it to a purchaser. If the father would have sold it to a purchaser, so then that's regarded as a Shin Rishus from the father to the purchaser. And so that's element number one has been satisfied. And then if the nigzal was miyayish, if the victim despaired, so then you have both elements, Shin Rishus and Yeush, and those two elements will result in a kinyan being made by the purchaser, and he won't have to give it back. The question over here in the Gemora is: do we say that the rishus of the Yorish is equal to the rishus of a Lokeach? That's our case. That the father stole it, and then he died, and then the sons inherited it. So they are the Yorshim, but we're saying that's not comparable to a purchaser. The sons inheriting is not comparable to a purchaser, meaning that it's not regarded as a shinu rishus in the hands of the sons. Similar, so it's dissimilar to the case of a purchaser. So therefore, since there's no shini rishus, all there is Yeush, and Rashi says Yeush kedi, Yeush alone by itself, without shini rishus, will not be a kinyan in the hands of these sons. And so therefore, since they didn't acquire it, they got to give it back, even though it's not regarded as though they thieved it. They got to give it back.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
Okay, so and that's what the Brisa says. This is what the Brisa says, and we're pointing out that according to the Mishnah does not hold like that. The Mishnah holds that Rishus Lokeach is what's this? Rishus Yorish is Rishus Lokeach. The sons inheriting it is regarded like their it's regarded as a shin rishus, just like a shin rishus happens when a purchaser purchases it from the father. So according to the Mishnah, even though the stolen item that the sons inherited is still in existence, the Mishnah holds that the sons would not have to give back such a stolen item that they inherited from the father. Why? Because according to the Mishnah, Rishus, what's his name? Rishus Yorish is Rishus Lokeah. And so you got the both elements to allow the sons to acquire it. So that's the machlokas here that Rashi is pointing out between the Brisa of Rav Oshia, which Rava holds like. He interpreted the Mishnah like that. But the way Rebbe told Rabbi Shimon his son, that's not the way he interpreted the Mishnah, and the Mishnah doesn't hold like that. and the Mishnah holds that the Rishus Yerush is Rishus Lokeh. Okay. All right. So now we say now we have more Rashis actually. Rashi is going step by step in the Brisa, explaining the different cases of the Brisa. Now Rashi talks about in Dibra Maskal Ein Gezela Kayemis. Let's say in other words, that's talking about a case where the father stole it, the sons inherited it, and now the Gezela is no longer extant.
Okay, then it says with that, Ein Gezel, it doesn't exist. She'elchlu achrei moto, because he ate it, it was consumed after he died. In that case, he'd be puttering. He would have to be putter of having to pay. The Eina lo gazul midai. There's no theft here considered.
Inhu, the sons did not dazzle anything.
Okay, so
that's why they're putter from having to pay. The item is not here. If it would be here, they would have to give it back. But since they ate it, and even though they ate it after the father died, after they yarshed it, they're still exempt because the only basis for getting them to pay is if they would be judged as gazlanim, and they're not. They're not gazlanim. Okay. Okay, now we got the next case after that. The next case after that is Haniach lehem aviyah machrayis nechosim. This is the way Rava wanted to explain what the Mishnah was talking about when it says something about achrayis. In that case, they're chayav b'shalom. So those words are going to be interpreted according to Rav Oshi in the Brisa as referring to the following case. Rashi explains in 2 words what that's all about.
That's part of this. I thought that was not part of this.
This is the next case in the Brisa.
That if he rests, because it's the honor of his father, he placed for them because of the. He placed because his father it was real property, karka, of his karka.
Right. So now, since the father left them karka, so then in that case, the Brisa says, then the sons are going to be responsible to pay. Why are they going to be responsible to pay? They didn't dazzle anything, like we just got through saying. But nevertheless, they're going to be responsible to pay, and Rashi's going to tell us why in 2 words.
The chayiv and l'shalem, they have to pay. The ashta abud nechasim, because his properties are mortgaged for that.
Right. The moment that the father gazeled this item, so since the father had real property in his possession, So that real possession, real property is regarded as a achrayas nechasim, which means it's responsible for the debts of the father, and the father was indebted to pay for the gezel that he did in his lifetime, and even though he didn't do it, but nevertheless, since he has real property, the real property will be there'll be a lien on that real property to pay that attaches in the lifetime of the father to pay for that gezel that the father did. So even if the father dies and passes on this real property to the sons inherit the property with a lien on the property to pay for the gezel. So even in the event that the gezel is no longer extant, it doesn't matter. Still, the sons are going to have to pay for the gezel because the father's property that they inherited has got a lien on it to pay for it. Okay. So that was all what Rashi explained in the Brisa. And now Rashi is turning his attention to the Amar Mar. That we see that it says in the Brisa, Ein Gezel Kayemes Beturim. If the Gezel is not extant, so the sons are going to be pater. So the Gemora says, oh, name to have a tiyuvta to Rav Chisda. That will be a tiyuvta on Rav Chisda. Why is that a tiyuvta on Rav Chisda? Rashi explains here with 5 words.
The Armor said about Ratzam is he wants to collect it from this.
Rashi said above that the victim that was dazzled from, he could claim for the gezel from the one who actually stole it from him, or if he doesn't have any money, he can go and get it from the sons, even though the sons. Why? Because Rav Chisda held that as long as it was not miyayish, so anybody who takes it is regarded as a goslin. Because if the victim was not miyayish, so wherever it is, even if it's in the hand in the house of the goslin, it's in halacha. It's regarded as in the legal domain of the nigzal. So anybody would take it from the goslin, he's going to be also regarded as a goslin, and for that reason, Rav Chisda says that he could collect from each. Because as far as Rav Chisda is concerned, both of them are gazlanim. So here in the Brisa. The Gemora thought that the Brisa is not learning according to Rav Chisda, because it says that if the gezel is no longer around, so then the sons don't have to pay for it. But according to Rav Chisda, if the guy didn't give up, so when the sons ate it, so they should be regarded as gazlanim that ate the thing that was in the domain of the nigzal. So they're gazlanim, just like the father was. Because according to Rav Chisda, if the nigzal is not miyayish, it's wherever it is, even in the hands of the father, it's regarded as being in the hands nigzal. So that's what Rav Chisda said over there. And then the Rav Chisda answered, Amar Rav Chisda, Kitanya Hahi La'achar Yeush. this brisa, it says the sons are pater, is talking about a case where they ate it, the sons, after the nigzal was in fact mi'ayesh. And that's I just preempted the one word Rashi over here.
That says v'aklo, and it was consumed after that. It was eaten after that.
the sons had to have eaten it after the nigzal was already mi'ayesh. If they ate it before he was mi'ayesh, then they'd have to pay. Because at the time that they ate it, he had not yet been mi'ayesh. But Rashi says no. The reason they're pater is because they ate it after the nigzal was already mi'ayesh. Okay. Wow, that's a nice bird over there. Which bird is singing over there? Somebody's got a bird?
My house. The window's open here. That's the bird outside. It's not in the house. It's out on outside.
Wow. Wow, he's a real singer. Okay. A strong one. Okay, so what do we got? 2 more minutes left? Want to read the next Omar? Roy, you want to read Omar? The second Omar.
I don't know where it is. I better get. Don't want to waste your time, so Phil can read it if you don't mind. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to come. I'm here now, though. Anyway, come on, Phil, please, if you don't mind.
We're actually getting to the end of. We're almost near the end of the last line. We're 3 lines from the bottom. The Omer Gazal thing exists. Ha'i Yischayiv name will say that this would be Rabbi Bar Chama. He said the opposite there, and that Rashi says in that Kavan Dela'acha be after he despaired of it, Ukman, it was established. So that's the difference there. Okay. We're almost ready to turn the page. We'll catch you when Rabbi Chad answers back to you. Well, it's only 1 line anyway. Rabbi Bar Chama says, Ketanya, because we taught in this brisa, in this brisa, and if you turn the page, it's lifnei Yeush. It will be before, not after Yeush. So that's the distinction. The distinction is one is saying my comments before Yeush, and the other one, and the one is saying it's after Yeush. So that's he's saying it's after Yeush, and then there's a Rashi on this. We'll have to do next time. Okay.
Hey, very good. That's Ryan Bar Chama. He's the one that holds that Rishus Yorish is the Rishus Lokeach. So really, why should the sons be chayav to pay? So even though there's a Shini Rishus, according to Ryan Bar Chama, because Rishus Yorish is Rishus Lokeach, but there's no Yeush. So all there is Shini Rishus Kedi. That's all there is, and that's not enough. You got to have both Shini Rishus and Yeush in order to be Konan, and therefore you don't have both. So therefore, that's the way Rambam Bar Chama explains the brisa. Say the kayemis, they got to give it back. And a round of applause for Daf Kuf Yud Aleph Amid Beis. Yay! And we've arrived at the end of today's shir.
Okay.
On time. Okay. All the best, everybody. Have a great day.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow, Matchim, for a longer time.
It's Hashem.
All
Okay.
right. Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.